Okay, take two, I guess, maybe take whatever. Oh, here we are. Okay, it's so good. Oh man, oh man. Hi, my name is Father Mike Schmitz, and this is Ascension Presents. So I'm part of what is called a priest fraternity or a priest frat. Basically, a bunch of guys from my diocese. We get together once every maybe 4 to 6 weeks, and we pray together, we have a meal together, and then we talk about just here's how life's been, here's the struggles, here's the areas of growth, here are the joys. We get to kind of celebrate with each other. We also get to kind of troubleshoot, problem solve with each other sometimes, or even just commiserate or kind of let someone share their struggles, let someone share their joys. It's great. At one point, one of our more recent meetings, one of the frat brothers, he was talking about something that was kind of a challenge for him. And he said, yeah, I don't really like it yet. Or I'm not really sure I like it yet. This thing that was a challenge. And one of the other brothers, one of the older brothers, right? He's kind of the wisest. He has the most experience. He's kind of the big brother of the group. He looks across the little circle we had, and he just said, kind of with a smile on his face, he's like, well, you don't have to like it. And I thought, I'm gonna write that down. And I did write it down. I don't really like it yet. You don't have to like it. It's one of those things, I think sometimes, here's the dilemma that I find myself tying myself up in knots over. It's this. Here's a task that's clearly been given to me. Here's a reality of life that has clearly been handed to me. Now, it could be something minor. It could be something that's just an annoyance. It could be something that is devastating, right? It could be something that is really difficult, and everything in between. And I could say, well, I don't really like it yet, or I don't like it. And I can actually, here's what I do. I can fixate on, you might think this is my story. It's not my story. I didn't say this, you guys. It was two other brothers. I was paying attention to them. Back to our story. I can become fixated on, what do I feel about this? Or am I enjoying this? Am I disliking this? Am I not enjoying this? Do I like it yet? And I can be waiting for the time when I like it, and then I'll be able to just do it freely. Then I'll be able to do it with joy if I like it. And the older priest, again, talking to my brother priest, saying, you don't have to like it. And I think there's something so freeing about that. No, obviously, there's more to life than suffering. Obviously, there's more to life than just grit and grind through it. But there's also a freedom in being able to say, I might not like this, but I can do it. I might not take the greatest joy about having to accomplish this task or having to live through this season of my life, but I can still do it. You don't have to wait. That's the crazy thing. I don't have to wait for life to be perfect to take joy in it. I don't have to wait to even like something to be able to take joy in it. But to have that freedom, that interior freedom that's able to say, Lord, whatever you bring me, whether I like it or dislike it, I have the ability to do it. I have the ability to enter into it. Because the opposite, the waiting for the moment when I finally like it, I think will drive us to the same place every time. I think waiting until I like something to go about doing it will always lead us to the same place. And that place is a place called resentment. Resentment is one of the most devastating attitudes of life a person can have, I think, in my opinion. Resentment is one of the most devastating attitudes a person can have. Because all of us get frustrated, right? Of course. And then it passes. All of us get angry at some point, and then it passes. All of us have the sense of, again, we can look at injustice against ourselves, against people we love, against people in other cultures and other countries, and we can want to do something about that, absolutely. But resentment is different. Resentment is that anger or that frustration solidified. It's not a living thing. Anger is a living thing. Frustration is a living thing. Grief is a living thing. Resentment is a frozen thing. Resentment is something that anger, that grief, that frustration, that's frozen in time. And it can't move. It can't grow. It's not a living thing. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be in grief. It's not okay to be resentful. I was in the airport not too long ago, and we had led a group of our campus students, we had led a group of our students to Israel and back. And we were in the Chicago airport, And I was waiting for the other students to get through security. And I just kind of waiting, sitting there watching people. And this one woman was walking from security, crossing the hallway or whatever that walkway, obviously isn't. They have the hallway they have in airports. And she had her bag behind her. And there's another woman who was kind of like intersected her, right? And tripped on her bag as the woman was dragging her bag behind her. She kind of kicked it accidentally and just kind of kept going. And the woman just who had tripped over the bag or kicked the bag a little bit, just kept going. She was on her way to her gate. She probably had somewhere to go. But the woman whose bag it was that got kind of clipped a little bit, she just stared. She just kept staring. It was this, and she got to put her shoes on. She's sitting on this bench and she's just looking. And the other woman has walked away. Now I'm standing there watching this whole thing, right? And this other woman whose bag was clipped, as the girl is going around the corner, she's still just like, has this look of like, I can't believe you would do this kind of a thing. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's me so often, right? I can hold on to what someone has done. This completely an accident, just clipped your bag, didn't even do anything. I mean, it didn't break anything. It didn't hurt anybody. It just was kind of like that was, maybe you could say at the most, it was inconsiderate. At the most, it was slightly rude. It was just an accident. But this woman who kept staring was holding on to what had happened. Whereas the girl whose foot clipped the bag had forgotten about it as soon as it happened. But the other person was just holding on to it. And that kind of thing, that kind of, I guess, it's a mini version of micro resentment. It's a micro resentment that just, again, steals joy. It steals freedom. Because I didn't like it. I mean, I could be the lady whose bag got clipped. I don't like that. It's okay. Okay, I can move on. I might not like the task that I've been given. And that's okay. They acknowledge that. Like, pay attention to that. It's good to be attentive to your feelings, be good to be attentive to the reality of the situation. But also to say, I don't have to like it. I have the power, I have the freedom, I have the ability to not like this season of my life, to not like what I'm going through right now, to not like the cards that I've been dealt, and to still play. I don't like the hand that I've been dealt, but I can still play. I don't like that this is the path that I'm on, but I can still run. I don't like that this is the season of my life, and yet this is a season in which you can, I promise you, you can find joy because God is on that path. God is in this game, and God is in this season of your life. I'm not sure I really like it yet. Well, you don't have to like it. To be able to let go of resentment, be able to let go of that waiting to like it, and have the freedom, the power, and the joy to realize God is with me. Therefore, I can move ahead. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking. For all of us here at Ascension Presents, my name is Father Mike. God bless.